First President will lead us. Please note that the meeting agenda has no public comment. We appreciate your cooperation with this, so the business of the township can be completed timely. Your information and concerns are important, so I encourage you to complete a public comment questionnaire and leave it with the board's review. Thank you. First order, minutes of January 5th to approve.
I move to approve minutes.
I second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. First order of old business is 50th Street update. We haven't received a return letter from Curtis Mayor, so there's really no update on 50th Street.
At the last meeting, we talked about the three of us meeting with Curtis. I think we still need to do that.
Curtis had no interest in that.
I'd like to hear him tell me that.
Well, we wrote a letter to him, and that's going to be discussed with the county commission, county councilor,
I
and
read
the county
the
engineer.
letter, but I still think we need a face-to-face meeting.
Okay,
So I will contact him.
okay, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, but he does. I'm not gonna have a formal meeting at his office for sure.
Well, I'll talk to him and see what we can come up with.
There you go. Okay, next order of old business is the tree trimming. We got the invoice for the tree trimming. We're completed on the first section of that. And we also have quotes. We also have quotes on the next phase of that work. We've got some locations in here that need to be trimmed before we do any dirt work or any box work or any of that.
What about cleaning up all the debris? I thought we talked about that at a meeting that we wanted that done.
Yeah, I okayed the grinding of the brush out on the road. We removed all the big stuff, the big logs and stuff that we cut down.
Right.
But the grinding on the road will stay in the ditch. The grinding expedites the decomposure of that material. So, in order to have a cost-effective manner, I think we're fine with that. We're also going to work in conjunction with some of our guys in there to go and do some cleanup. But I want to move forward with the tree trimming because these guys are going to get busy, and I want to make sure we get as much done as we can while we got them.
So is that something that Colson and Brent can go do?
Yes.
To clean that? Because I think we need to clean up the ditches, like, and
Well-
if anything that's on the landowner's side.
Well, what Colson and Brent were suggesting to do is to go in with a pole saw and trim any chartreuse stuff to improve the visual of it. But anything that's in the ditch, I mean, when we mow next summer, we're going to chip it up. I mean, it's chipped pretty fine. When we grade the road, we're going to move the chip off into the ditch anyway. So, and it's not going to inhibit anything. In the pipeline environmental absolutely proves it, chipping of it. I think I'm okay with it.
I guess I need to go look at it again, because I'm not sure I like the sounds of that. Because I thought when we talked about it several times actually, that we wanted it cleaned up. That's been the problem we've had with the other people we've used. Is they just leave all the debris in the ditch. I understand most of the big stuff is gone. A little bit there maybe. And some of it has gone out into the fields beyond those trees. And that's kind of our responsibility to clean it up, or whoever does the trimming.
Okay, well, we can go police it up, but I still don't want to inhibit the progress.
As long as we get it cleaned up, I don't want to inhibit the progress either. It just needs to be cleaned up.
Well, define what you want cleaned up.
Clean the ditches, like we talked about.
You want to rake them all out and rake them up where there's nothing in the ditch?
I want to go look at it again, because what I saw
Okay,
when
because
I
we can
went
get a
up
bid
there
on that as
before,
well.
I understand that.
Okay,
When I talked to Aaron about it, he said they can clean it up, but it would take another bid. I understand that. But when I was up there the last time, there was a lot of stuff in the ditches.
Yeah, but there's a lot of trees in the ditch. We took a lot of trees back. We have to grind the brush.
I know that, but I want to go look at it again before, but I think we need to, somebody needs to clean up, if it's Brent, Colson, whatever. It just needs to be cleaned up better than what it is.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
No,
Particularly
we
when
can
I
do the
have-
best we can.
I'm sorry?
We can do the best we can.
Yeah, but we need to do something with it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, in those bids, in the next bids, we have sections. We have a section that bid. And we've got two locations. We've got 60th and Prairie Creek to Mulberry.
Hold on,
Which-
we have two different freedom terrain innovations bid, which one are you talking about?
Well, no, we got four locations, 4 papers here on them. And then this is an invoice from them. And then the other one at
Oh,
4.
this is an invoice that way, this has quote.
Yeah, it's actually an invoice. But this one here is a quote. This is actually their quote on the dirt work, which is the last one. I underlined it in red. These three are the quotes on the future work.
That's dirt.
That's dirt work. That's their bid on the dirt work.
So
And
this has already been done?
yes, we paid one invoice last month, and that is the final invoice on the work completed on these locations.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's our budget this year?
Tree trimming budget was set at 24,000. So this will be way over that budget.
Yeah, I thought we would cover this with the FEMA money off the first collection.
We can reappropriate funds from our budget and say that we're going to use, where is it, the road budget? So we can say internally that we're gonna move 40,000, I'm just random number, $41,000 out of our road fund down to tree trimming, and then we can use FEMA money to make up that 41,000 of road budget, but we can't specifically pay tree trimming quotes out of the FEMA budget.
Okay, however that's at.
It's just robbing Peter to pay Paul, smoke and mirrors, but that's how we have to do it.
FEMA requires it to be on the road.
So if that's what we wanna do, if that's how we want to spend some of that money, we can talk about that, but we wouldn't actually, we would actually. Yes.
Okay.
So is this the whole?
That is all the big,
township
that's all
or
the big,
whole- the worst
the
of
big
the-
stuff, yeah.
It's hard to. It would be nice to have these before the meeting so we could like read
Yeah.
over them and review them as opposed to just sitting here and reading line by line.
I have these other locations here that we're gonna do some reclamation work on. And, the one is, up between Prairie Creek and Metal Arc in front of Larry's Heroes, where the water's coming off the field eating into the road. We got a riprap program going on there. We have another one on 60th, just, east of Prairie Creek, in front of the little cabin. We've got water coming off that pond, eating into the road. It's about 11 feet, 11-foot drop off over there. Yeah, if a car rolls off in there, we won't be able to see them. We're gonna have some
So is that,
riprap.
okay, are you moving on from tree trimming or is that we
No.
have to trim the trees first?
We have to trim the trees first.
Okay,
And then we're gonna do a reclamation project on the bridge where the block's at, on 40th, west of Butler Road. box is actually 24 square feet of flow.
Are these all mile increments?
Miles
Just to save my brain
There's
from
one spot,
overthinking.
there's one spot there that is just, east of Tawakoni on 50th, and that's in front of, John's son's house there. That's where the big cottonwood tree is.
So,
And I met John out on the side of the road, and we discussed that, and we need to take the tree out.
is it on both sides of the road? Like, when it says 40th from Indianola to Tawakoni, is that both sides of the
Yes,
road?
yes.
That's both sides for this price?
Well, on
Because
40
if
between
they-
Indianola and Tawakoni, the bulk of this is actually the cedar trees on the south side.
Well,
There's not a lot from that corner.
I just pulled one, the first one I saw,
Right.
but, okay, so 40th from Butler to Prairie Creek, I'm just asking if this is both sides of the road.
Yes.
Because if it is, that's,
Good bit.
it's cheaper than anything we've ever had
Right,
done.
right. And that's why we kept the guys working in conjunction with the contractors to keep those costs down. Because I want to get volume, not. And even on that 30th, we've got a dirt project right there east of that, or just west of that second road to the west. And it's only
So,
350 feet of ditch. But it'll stop the water from crossing the road.
I mean, I've been saying for 4 years we needed to trim trees, so I am not against it at all. I just wanna do some math here on what the total cost is.
Whatever you did, 26,750. 450. 14,300. 17. Invoice.
So that's $70,500 for what we've already spent in total tree trimming. Or in a request, I guess. And then we've already spent 17 and 21. We did have 36,000 budgeted for it last year and spent 0. So,
What should we carry over last year? That's okay.
I don't know last year's
And I talked to Aaron, like where we leave 15th Street and go north on Meadowlark. The majority of that is cedar trees on the east side. We're gonna hand cut a lot of that. We're gonna pull some of that. So it's cleaner. But we are gonna take a lot of those cedars completely out, because we're taking it all the way back to the fence line, property line.
I don't remember the exact number
That's okay.
of carryover. I didn't run last year's budget. I can get that information to you guys. We had a sizable carryover. And we do have that FEMA money. Yeah, correct. Deposited. No, 25. No. Yes.
Yes, 25.
Ooh, I don't even know what year it is right now. Yeah. Is this the order of events that needs to happen? Like this is,
Not necessarily. I was gonna have him knock out some of the lighter stuff. I wanna go after 60th Prairie Creek to Mulberry. But I need that before we do the other project, if we okay yet. I need the trees over there, in front of Larry Searles taken care of so we can rip wrap that water jetty.
okay, so 60th from Prairie Creek to Mulberry is that one, and then 50th from Prairie Creek to
Prairie Creek to Meadowlark.
west of Prairie Creek.
Prairie Creek to Meadowlark on 50th.
Oh, right here.
Top.
I mean, I think we should move forward $70,000. See, these are the kinds of things that I wanna think about and not make a knee-jerk decision about.
Well, if we can okay the stuff that we need to continue on with the box work, the riprap.
So you talking to those two, 60?
Well, we need, we might as well do, Butler Road to 159th Street on 40th.
40th from Butler to 159th.
I guess that wouldn't be helpful as what's the priorities, which you just gave 3.
Right.
There's a whole lot of other things.
Yeah, and north on Indianola, or like that, north on Indianola, we can't get the blade on the east side of the road because of the tree overhang.
North of Indianola.
254 to parallel.
Indianola from 15th to parallel, is that what this one is?
On Indianola, yes. Yes. Because the trees are protruding from the east side. It puts the metal grader in the middle of the road.
Well, I'm not surprised that we had 2 years ago at the annual township meeting, we had someone complaining about that stretch of tree.
Well, it's not only that one, it's metalwork as well. The metalwork is predominantly cedar trees. And I'm probably gonna have to slip by there and talk to Nick Belcher and some of those folks over there. They were to cut that farm back.
Well, I guess we have 4 to work on right now. Those are your priorities, is that what you're saying? Those 4 for now?
I move that we.
Which ones are you conflicted?
The ones that you.
50th and Meadowlark and
just
Prairie
asked
Creek?
for. Yep, 40th from Butler to 159 here.
60th and 159.
40th from Butler to 159, cause you said that was a culvert one. Next page, 60th from Prairie Creek to Mulberry.
That's the dirt.
I've got
There it is. And it is 60th Prairie Creek to Mulberry.
And then that Indianola that you said,
And Indianola from 15th to parallel.
right. I move that we proceed with those 4 Nation sites for tree trimming for this next month.
Second.
Motion has been made, it's been seconded. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say yes, all opposed say no. I say yes.
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 Motion is passed. Next order of business is the truck purchase. We've got Tom with Fleet Maintenance from Don Hatton is now also looking, and he's supposed to come up with some stuff this week from his other 4 sites that he's got, to see if there's something that he can do for us. But, well, we get the other part on equipment. The other thing that Mike and I discussed was, maybe purple waving the big dump truck.
Getting rid of the big dump truck?
Yeah.
Why are we getting rid of the big dump truck?
Oh, where do you start? Framework,
No,
electrical, hydraulic.
That thing needs a lot of work. I mean, for the amount of work it really needs to be safe for anybody to drive it, you better off get rid of it and buy something different.
Yeah, buy something smaller that we don't have to have a CDL to drive.
That
It's more
was
dependable than the yellow.
Dave Rush said that truck needs to go too, and he knows that truck.
Uh-huh,
Is that the only truck that requires a CDL that we have?
yes,
So if we get rid of it, then we get rid of our need for a CDL
that's correct.
licensed driver.
And even if we need a big truck, we can contract one.
And then we don't have to pay the $5,000 for one of our people to go to school for it.
Yeah, and knock that off the insurance as well. Cause it's a heavy truck. At 54,000 GVW.
I can get it out on Berkeley Way, but that's what we're gonna do.
Are you making a motion?
I make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor say yes, all opposed say no.
Yes.
Yes, motion carries.
Would you mind taking care of?
I'll have the Purple Way. I'll need the specs, the specifics on the year, model, that kind of stuff. kind of engine it got.
Well, I'd have to look at it again, I don't remember.
Okay, well, I understand.
Just write it down and,
Just shoot me a text with that information.
I'll come by tomorrow and look at it for you,
Okay,
get you the particulars.
thanks, Mike.
Okay, the, next order of old business is the cemetery headstones. We've got another bid coming in from
Yeah, I talked to her, she's been sick, she said, I'll try to get it to you today, but she said, I can't make any promises, so she's working on it.
Okay, we're waiting for one more bid to balance on this headstones here in front. We did get 2 bids for the headstones at the large cemetery. Did you have those?
The two out there with the big cemetery, I've only got one bid for it.
Bid for 2 stones.
Yeah, but it was from
Okay,
CEI.
we'll get a further bid on that one.
Yeah, one was 372 and the other was like 333 or something like that.
Yeah, which is relative.
so technically we need to take that motion off the table and then re-table it, saying that we're waiting for bids and vote for it, so,
I make a motion to take it off the table.
second,
Alright, all in favor say yes, all opposed say no.
yes.
Yes, motion carries.
Okay, so I move to re-table the motion until bids come in for that.
I second the motion.
So then we don't have to address it next month if we don't have the bids for it next month, we can just,
All in favor say yes,
yes,
all opposed say no, say yes.
yes.
Motion carries. Next order of whole business is the, employee handbook.
Here's a draft, there's a couple more things that need to be done on it, but that's very close to being completed.
So, when I was reading over the draft, a couple of things that I thought of done in there, we have in there that, new employees have to pass a drug screen. Do we want to add that if there's an accident, they have to go for a drug screen?
Yes, absolutely, it's insurance. It's commercial.
Okay, well, our insurance doesn't require it, but I know that that came up, the last accident that happened, that came up as a thing. So if we want to require a drug screen after an accident, then I think we need to add it to the
So it's her decision?
manual. Yeah, our
Yeah.
insurance did not require it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I don't know.
Alright, give me some time to review that, I'll read it here in the next couple of days.
And there was something else I thought of on the way here to add to it. But I don't know what it was.
I can think of that email.
Okay. So I'm wondering, since we have a new employee that started, Colton's pretty new, it does say in there that we can make changes as needed, so we don't have to like do a mass overhaul, like we can just adopt different parts of it and change it. So I'm wondering if we just go ahead today and adopt what we have and then modify it.
You can always do that, as long as we keep a running
Then we have something.
list of what the modifications are.
So, I make a motion to adopt the Benton employee handbook.
Can I get some time to read it?
Oh, by all means,
Okay, thank you.
I guess my motion is going to die for lack of second.
Okay, next order of, are we done with that?
Yep,
Okay, next order of business is the, bids for the dirt work and road extension, the FYG bid. These are locations where we're gonna probably do, rip wrap and do some ditch correction. And then on the box west of Butler on 40th, we're gonna need to make a 8-foot extension on the concrete, and I haven't got those bids in yet. With the mud and what I figure is probably gonna be $6,000. We've gotta go down and,
5,500 to 6,000 or 55,000?
no, 5,500,
Okay,
right, on the concrete, we're taking it out. And my guess is that we're gonna have to, a part of that is gonna be the subgrade, because it's setting in water right now. So we're gonna have to take that out and bring it up, compacted fill, and get some concrete over the top, and then get it backfilled. But we're gonna put an end on it, probably 3 feet, a foot thick,
Is that on here somewhere?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
So think different one.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, again, I'd ask for priorities on this list. I mean, we can't do it all at one time, so what would be the priorities on this?
Well, that bridge right there, we need to get the work done so we can get the guardrail on it. And I've
This one
talked-
is Southwest 40th?
Uh-huh. That's, I talked to, Mike over at the bridge, and, he's saying what he can do for us on that. And then the other one, over on, 60th, east of Prairie Creek, by the house, is,
But
we got bridge railing going in there, but it's gonna be like,
60th to 159th, or which one?
no, 60th between Prairie Creek and Mulberry, the second one down. But we're gonna have guardrail on that, probably 350 feet of guardrail on it. The water comes off that pond, hits the road, turns, goes to the west, and then turns underneath the road. We're gonna rip wrap both sides, the import and the export of it.
Do these quotes include guardrail, or that's something we're doing?
No,
on
this,
top of?
this is just the rip wrap work. This is
Just
just the stabilization and changing the contour. We haven't got the concrete on top of that particular one on 40th, and we haven't got guardrail. If the county can't do it, then the guardrail's gonna have to come from an independent company, which is gonna be pretty high. But it's easier to do the rip wrap before the guardrail goes up. And I got permission from the landowner just to the east there to have access off his driveway to come down to the bottom and work from below.
On 40th?
140. Yeah, super big guy. So that one. And then 50th between Prairie Creek and Meadowlark, this one here. That's the one in front of Larry Searles.
This one here?
And that's another one that we're gonna probably put a 3-to-1 slope of riprap in there, move that back. We've got a telephone line in that ditch that we're probably gonna have to,
Yeah, water
Gonna have to
goes
hand
over the
dig.
road there every time it rains, so.
yeah.
Like that, it's definitely
That water is actually a natural reroute. The water's actually supposed to come off of the dam of the pond and come over the structure and go right under the road. But back on Larry Searles' property, that's changed. And now it comes down beside the pond, hits the ditch and turns and goes to the east and then turns south across the road. That's what's going on there. And then another one that we have to do is gonna be on Tawakoni and 60th.
We're not near housing developments now?
Well, the housing development's on this side. We gotta do the east side. Water backs up and doesn't come down through that ditch line, and it backs up around Sean's house. Sean's house, both sides like a moat. Didn't you have a moat around your house? And I think if we can do 350 feet of ditch line, I think we can probably solve most of that, don't you?
Yeah, it just can't get off our property to the road. It gets stuck right, there's no ditch.
Right. And I think we have communications in that ditch.
Yeah.
We have communications in that ditch. So we'll have a little bit of a run on that, locating that or potholing it or hand digging it or something to get because we gotta turn our trench and to catch his. And which brings up another thing. I seen a bid on that Miles Estates, and the only thing that they're bidding is the ditches and the culvert. They're not looking at anything up and down Indianola, or excuse me, Tawakoni, going south to take the water. So they're gonna dump that water straight off the edge of that, right into the middle of the road. So I'm gonna get with I talked to Andy Jones on the planning commission about it today, and I'll probably get with Curtis on it. Because unless the engineering office okays the dirt work, they can't get permits to build houses.
That needs to be included in.
So I'll figure out what we're gonna do with that, if we have to contact the developer or what. But as of right now, the bids that he's taking do not include the frontage ditch, which I don't understand why, because they need dirt. So, and that would be Tawakoni between 50th and 60th. So those four.
That's about 10,000 roughly.
Well, you'll hear in my report where. Here's my road report. I mean, January, I realized that lots could happen and we could need tons of gravel in May, April, and whatever for rains. But we figure that we can spend about $25,000 a month for the road and $15 in January, so.
This,
I think it needs to be done, like, these are problems that need to be
addressed for sure.
addressed.
So these locations here, these numbers here is just the contractor. That is not the material. We're running the material in the general road fund.
So how much do you think the material is going to be for all this?
6,000-7,000 probably, maybe a little bit more
For all of them?
for these four.
Okay, yeah.
Well, we would be within budget on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna need probably 300 ton of material, at least. Cause we're not just doing the one side that's got the problem. While we're there, we're dish panning the other side, when the water goes out, that we don't have it working underneath our culverts. Well,
I made the motion to move forward with these four projects.
I second the motion.
One point of discussion, it's only February, we got a long ways to go. I think I'm not saying not to do it, I'm just saying we're gonna have to really keep an eye on our budget.
I think that is a fair point, and last year, we kept waiting and waiting and waiting for the other shoe to drop, and then we had a huge carryover,
Right.
so.
I understand, I mean,
But
we don't
yes.
know what's gonna happen, but if we have another very wet spring, we're gonna need a lot of gravel, so on and so forth, so just bringing up the point.
Yeah, I'm also gonna need,
Trust me, I'll watch that budget. Like a hawk.
I'm also gonna need some survey. Butler County has not hired a surveyor.
You have a motion on the floor.
Oh, I'm
What are
sorry.
you gonna do about it?
I second the motion.
It's already been seconded.
All in favor say yes, all opposed say no.
Yes.
I say yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. We've got a couple of survey, issues. One is 30th in Tawakoni, the other is 40th in Tawakoni. And then I've got a dispute, with John Zimmon at, Metal Arc and 15th Street. Because the property line sits way behind the trees that are real close to the road. There's 4 hedge trees and there's a big walnut on the corner. And John called me and I met him over there, and we laid up and looked down the telephone pole line, and I told him that I'm gonna take those trees, cause those trees are too close to the road. And he said that he needed something, so I told him we get a survey on it, and set that property line where it is. If it's on me, I take it, if it's on me, we keep it, but I already know it's on us, he's only 5 feet off the road. So he's got something to give his wife, is what he said. I need that survey. So, Schwab and Eaton, according to Curtis, is probably one of the most economical around, but we should go ahead and get an hourly rate from GoDaddy as well. In El Dorado. It's just gonna be an hourly deal with those guys anyway. But I'd like to proceed with some survey work. I got 4 locations to start with.
Do we have to have 2 bids on that sort of thing, or does this fall under road maintenance? So we don't have to? How does that work?
The issues over on 40th and 30th, or is that we've got the farmers plowed all the way to the edge of the road. We've got crops to the edge of the road.
That's all over this township.
Right, we're gonna start taking some of that back.
There's a pin that's set on my corner. I can show you what's at if you wanna sight down it, if that helps you.
The
I
way
would
we
love
got
to,
the
but I don't know where you
surveyors,
live.
let's leave it up to the surveyors. So we have an actual. And when we get that, then we'll go visit with the farmers and show them exactly what we're expecting there.
Well, if there's I'm all about having documented paperwork, and if there's anything that you can show them, shouldn't that alleviate some of it?
I surveyed mine, I can
Well,
show
the
you.
pin he's talking about is a mile away from where we're at.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the.
I don't know where you live, so I don't know where any of
Right.
this,
Usually those pins are in pretty much every
Right.
intersection.
yeah.
But they'll find them. And then we can lay it out instead of laying there, even if we have to set up posts as a visual across there. I don't know, they're weaving in and out of the telephone poles all the way to the roadside now, so. I mean, it's pretty obvious, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, find them pins, and you're gonna have to go dig a ditch and push it back up on them, and when they push it back in.
Yeah,
let them know.
I gotta talk to Curtis about where the dirt goes. And what the county does with that. I'll probably get with Joe Vito on that, cause he does that.
I think the landowner has the right to the material if they want it. If they don't want it, you can haul it off, but if they want it, you have to give it back to the landowner.
Okay, well, I'm fine with whatever, as long as it's out of the ditch.
You said there's 4 locations,
4 locations.
30th in Pawakoni, 40th in Pawakoni, Middle Upper 15th in Louisiana.
And,
That's what I was gonna say.
I can see the field. I just can't picture where it's at. Indianola, south of Indianola, north of 50th. Yes. Yeah, and we're gonna have to do both sides of that road. Because at the next meeting, my next proposal is gonna be for that big washout, that is, 3/4 to half to 3/4 mile north of 50th on Indianola on the west side. We've got a big washout in there, that needs to be
On where?
right there north of your property line north, back on Indianola on the west side of the street.
Oh, yeah.
That big washout?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's becoming, I think 6 foot deep now.
Yeah.
So we need to bring it up, compact it, fill, and probably lay a better riprap across there to slow that water down.
So,
But that'll be the next.
Just play it safe.
Okay,
Do
so
it.
you wanna get bids for surveys then? Or
How are we gonna bid it when they do it by the hour?
then just ask for their hourly rates?
Okay.
That's sufficient, just,
Right, and I'll email those,
yeah,
okay.
and then,
So do we need to make a motion?
well, are you gonna just take the cheapest rate? I mean, this is the problem with monthly meetings, and not being able to talk in between.
Yeah.
Are you going with the cheapest rate, or the one who can get there fastest, or?
They're probably the most economical. Right, we've got time, but I wanna get the surveys done so I can notify the landowners. Cause we've gotta have some time there for them to roll it around.
Then I think we can make a motion that says we're gonna get 2 bids, and we're gonna go with the most economical of the options, and then proceed from there.
Okay, I make a motion to get the, 2 bids, the most economical out of the 2, and proceed with the 4 sites of survey.
A second.
All in favor, say yes, or opposed, say no. I say yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay. Next order of business is an executive session. Do we have to,
You have to say how long your executive session is gonna be, so you're gonna
15
go
minutes?
into executive session at 7:40 and come out at 7:55. So,
Yeah, we'll go into executive session, set it for you, come out at 7:55.
so all of you have to leave for executive session.
so you're gonna do it.
Yes.
Is it for, you have to announce
It was for personal.
know that.
Thank you.
Okay, meeting come to order. The executive session was held. Thank you for choosing us. Next order of township business is the treasury report.
Okay, treasurer's report. This month in the general fund, we had deposited $45,974.99. That was mostly we get the most of our tax revenue right here in January, start of the year. Expenses were $10,615.26, so our balance in the general fund is $75,330. Deposits from the road fund were $250,029.40. Expenses were $18,738.13, so our balance in the road fund is $393,330.12. FEMA money is the same, $160,788.79, and our special machinery is $100,002.93. For the budget, we're pretty well, I mean, it's the first month, there's not much to say about, budgeting and whatnot, so we're doing okay. A big chunk of our insurance came out, so we're 8% of the way through the year technically. We're 10% on our general fund, so we're a little bit over budget technically. And, we paid for our work comp insurance, out of that. And since we prepaid the commercial insurance last year, we're actually going to be 5, 6, 7, 8,000 or so under budget this year because we prepaid last year. I feel like I'm rambling and that's not making any sense. So road budget, we're at 4%. Nothing really stands out to me. If you have questions, let me know. I got the annual report to the county turned in. It will be published in the paper that shows that our budget balanced last year. W-2s into 99%. Cole was onboarded today. Everyone, this is Cole Chenault. He is our new full-time operator. Please be nice to him.
Welcome, yeah. I put a comment on there.
I read it, I got it.
Um,
I'll talk to you after the meeting if I can.
So he got onboarded. Speaking of, you should have that email from Gusto to enter all that stuff. Friday, February 20th, you guys probably got a letter. You guys need the board members. Are you going to the annual meeting?
Yes, the 20th of February.
Okay. Are you going to that? Okay, I will RSVP. Brent, are you going February 20th? And then.
Let me see.
Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for sure, and Max and maybe. So I will RSVP for that. So put that on your calendars for Colson and Cole. You guys will just come here. Brent knows the ropes, but you meet here and then drive over, and it's 8 to 2 or 8:30 to 2 in El Dorado, and it's all the whole county, all of the township's officials come together for a meeting. So that's that.
Usually a pretty good lunch too.
It's
That's
worth going just
important.
for the lunch, that's right.
It's a chicken house from
Everyone, like I've never been there and I haven't been. Okay, the noxious weed department is asking again this year if we want to have them spray for noxious weeds in our road ditch. Mike is shaking his head no.
I would not do it.
I think we need to trim the ditches first. I think we need to cut everything.
If we do not have the count, we can decline it. If we decline it, then we have to say who is responsible for spraying for noxious weeds, and then obviously we have to take care of them. We can probably take care of them the same way the county does,
Really?
which is less than desirable, but they don't tell us. We tell them this is a racket. We tell them how much money we want to spend, and then they drive around and spend that money spraying our weeds.
Yeah, I think
I
we
think
should.
the last time they did it was at the end of the,
It was in October,
Yeah,
like not this
yeah.
year, but the year before that. They sprayed
Let's-
for Johnson grass in October, and I'm like, okay.
I think we should pass on that.
Okay, so I will decline, but it's that we have to give her an individual responsible for spraying the noxious weeds. So who do you want to deem as our responsible individual?
As a board member or as a company?
Benton Township has to have someone spray their weeds. Who is that one?
You just say you're
Oh.
doing it yourself.
Okay, put my name down there.
Okay,
You just say
And we'll contract weed.
township's taking care of
Whitestone
it.
or somebody.
okay. I will decline that.
I would rather spend that money and tell them exactly what I want spraying, what we're spraying for.
Yeah, that's not how the county
You
works.
gotta have SOS paperwork and everything else that goes along with that. Wind speed, barometric pressure and all that. So,
We have until that meeting at the end of February to declare whether we want, in on the county's chip seal program this year. In my opinion, we need to wait for that answer to our letter from Curtis and our meeting if that happens. Or we can say, put our name on the list, and then we can always scratch our name off the list if it doesn't happen. But we have to tell them by that meeting date. So,
By the February 20,
February 20th.
okay.
okay, so this,
So what are you gonna do?
I'm passing it. I got this piece of paper in the mail and I am giving it to someone else. That's what I want to do, Candace.
okay, next order of business. Are you done?
No, I
Oh,
am
I'm sorry.
not done.
I'm so
Quit
sorry.
rushing me. Debit cards. I had you guys sign those papers. They're going to come in the mail to your own houses, and then you should, I'm assuming you have to call the number and activate it or whatever. Same for you, and I forgot all about you, and I'm very sorry for that. I will get you one as well.
Because he's so quiet.
It is.
Did you get paperwork to get an account of jobbers?
to what?
Did you get paperwork to get an account of jobbers? Okay,
Okay.
I'd like to get an account of jobbers.
So that's that. Is it JOBBERS, jobbers?
Yep.
Okay, I'm finished now.
Okay, wonderful. Next order of business is roads. Well, I think we made it through the snow. Mike, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank
Mike,
you.
Mike worked on that,
Long
did
and hard.
long and hard. After work, he worked after work on that, so thank you very much. Brent, you did a good job over here at Airport East. Brent also took the small machine over and cleared roads and driveways to the airport east, so thank you very much for that. Well done. Well done. And I don't know, everything else is probably gonna be looking pretty good. We'll see what it looks like with all the snow melts. And we'll continue. We've got some training schedules with Mike and some other operators for Cole and Colson. And I think that's gonna be very exciting. And I would like to welcome Colson, or Cole to our
This
team.
isn't gonna be confusing at all.
Yeah.
Cole and Colson.
Yeah, I know, I'm already working on that too. So, and thanks for coming to the meeting, thanks for meeting everybody, all of you. Okay, next order of business is cemeteries. Brent,
I don't really have anything that we haven't already talked about.
okay?
Do we owe you any money?
But I do have one thing I'd like done on cemetery. I would like to spray the driveways in Benton this year and kill all the grass
On bare ground?
and run that road boss that we have through there and make the driveways look better. But as soon as it starts growing, we need to start spraying them drives and
We
killing
can
them.
spray bare ground now.
Huh?
We can sterilize the ground now.
Yeah.
Well,
How, do you,
I'll
you're,
get,
you're
I'll
in that
have to
world, do you
get,
have a guess off the top of your head how much that would be?
It wouldn't be much.
it wouldn't be much.
You
Couple-
got,
Couple, $300.
Yeah.
$400 probably.
you got a couple $100. No matter,
Well, you gotta get somebody tooled up and you gotta get them over here too, so they're gonna charge for time and all that.
what's that?
Getting somebody over here to spray. Or are we gonna spray it?
We got a spur sitting out there in back of the corner that we can use.
Yeah, pick up bed,
Does it
sprayer.
work?
Won't take much to fix it.
Okay, let's do that. I can get the chemical.
We got
But we
the-
are gonna have to fill out an SMS paperwork on it though, just to keep it some record we can create. So, I'll cover that. We'll work together on that. Okay, equipment. Well, we talked about the dump truck. Let's talk about the Kubota tractor. We need to figure out what we're gonna do on that. I think we need to get it in and maybe go through that mower. I think the mower will probably survive another year or two.
What's wrong with the Kubota tractor?
Mike?
It's just getting to where it doesn't. It's probably not quite big as you need. Really, I think you ought to look at maybe upgrading towards the end of the year and getting a little bigger tractor, put a snow plow on, so if you got two guys, you can have two guys pushing snow instead of one. Because
And is it be a lot more efficient for to go through the airport and Hannah Street and anywhere that's tight? Motor grader's tough to get in on cul-de-sacs, and a small tractor, or a tractor would be a lot better. Not a
It's-
bucket, but a plow.
Yeah, you can put a plow on them tractors, you can probably put one on that one too, but it's an older tractor and it's just one that,
We've got a push button start on it now.
it should probably ought to be upgraded at some point before it's just worth nothing. It's just one of those
It's
deals.
sliding down the hill.
It's just a tractor, it doesn't hold its value very well, and it's probably getting to that point where you're not gonna get a lot out of it if you don't hurry up and.
Something to think about. If we do sell the big dump truck, we have a buyer for the yellow truck on hand.
Oh, the yellow truck.
If we sell the big dump truck and we're gonna get a smaller truck, we wouldn't need the yellow truck, we just get one truck. We only need one, because it would be under the 53,000 DPW. So we'd actually have one good truck, rather than the truck we got off that
Yeah,
fleet
I'm
ride.
almost thinking about hanging on to the yellow one for backup though, cause I mean, look where we're at right now. You know?
Yeah, so much of a backup really, but we have the cable made for it. Which is, that's what, how long is that, out 2-3 weeks?
At least probably two.
So,
It is a long story. Part of it being a rider truck is what the problem is.
it was,
They put an automatic in there so everybody can drive it, and the cable is unique to the rental fleet trucks, so nobody has one.
so, something to think about there. Do you have anything to add on equipment? I think we're good elsewhere. We do need to probably pick up some filters and stuff, but we can do that on the working deal, so we'll expect some of that to come through.
So where are we at on the grader repair? Are we sending the moldboard off to get it
Yeah, we're
whatever the
we're
word
gonna wait to
is?
see if it's the only thing we have to remove snow. So we're gonna wait, and then once we get a break, where we know, I wanna go in with it and have them ready for it, and come right back out. So, we don't wanna like pop us and have a snowstorm come through and us not have means,
Makes sense.
yeah. And that's it. I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion, all in favor say yes, all opposed say no, I say yes. Motion carries. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.